I'm Kristen Maley Realtor and Land Pricing Specialist with LandCore Realty. Today I have with me my father and partner Bob Keeran. It's actually a little bit bright today, so if you don't mind, we're going to stick on the sunglasses.
Oh yeah, that's much better.
It's a little bit better.
Yeah.
We are out at the SEGS 8 plant, and can you actually explain a little bit better what we're looking at behind us?
Well, these are some of the largest solar plants in the world. Right now this area is generating, when the new one comes online, somewhere around 450 megawatts, which is enough for 250,000 homes or somewhere near that. I, in 1991, was fortunate enough to be picked by a court to sell all the land around this, all the land under the plants, the mitigation land around the plants, somewhere around 6,000 or 7,000 acres. And that was, over 20 years ago now. And we thought that'd be an interesting thing just to have a backdrop. They're unique and they're great. Great solar energy.
Solar.
Go solar.
What we're here today to explain is we really do believe there are 3 things that buyers and sellers even need to know before they purchase or sell their properties. And this is a great spot to talk about it because behind us is where development has gone out in Harper Dry Lake. Can you actually explain maybe a little bit more about what buyers and sellers should know about being in the path of development?
Okay, so our first point
is to be in the path of development.
Right. The idea is that that if you buy land in an area that's within 2 hours of a major metropolitan area in the Sunbelt states of the United States, you'll do well in raw land. And this area, Lancaster, Palmdale, Victorville, Apple Valley, Hesperia, Barstow, 29 Palms, the desert areas of California are next to the largest metropolitan area in the Sunbelt states. So it's a great place to buy land. And I've seen over the 35 years I've been in this business, tremendous profits, and also I've seen some losses. So you have to be careful.
Now, the second thing we believe that you should really know is that land is truly a commodity. And Bob will explain a little bit about why that's so.
Well, the idea is that you can't really eat raw land. You can't live on it because in many cases there's little utilities or water, and there's no facilities to live on it. So at its core, it is a commodity. Like every other commodity, it goes up and it goes down. And over the years that I've been doing this, which now is 35, 37 years, the swings are incredible. Prices that on the same land, the identical land, it's the exact same land, sell for $500 an acre. 5 years later, it sells for $3,000 an acre. 3 years later, it sells for $500 or even less per acre. So you have to pick it at the right time. And if you do, if you pick it off when values are low and you ride it for 3 to 5 years, you can make tremendous profits. And I've seen huge profits. And I've also seen people that do exactly the opposite. They buy high and sell low. I mean, I don't quite get it, but it's all a function of everybody's individual personal needs and requirements and when they have to sell something. My best advice is that you buy it in times when everyone else is selling. J. Paul Getty had something. He said, when everybody else is selling, you buy, and when everyone else is buying, you sell. And that's hard to do. We can explain that more in one of our other desert talks.
Yes, but before we let them go, there's the third thing that we believe you really need to know, and that is how land is financed. And what you may not know are homes generally are appraised by bank appraisers and give you a set of value for that. Land is not financed the same way. Can you explain how
Well, see, land is generally purchased the way most of you have bought it if you own land, and that is a down payment and monthly payments and an interest rate over a period of time. It's normally financed. The people that pay cash for land generally are people that want it for really low rock bottom prices. So if you've got a piece of land and you're getting ready to sell it and you want the highest price, then the idea is that you have to sell it for terms, pretty much the way you bought it or the person that bought it and gave it to you bought it. The terms are provided by the seller. Consequently, there's no appraisals on land that a bank will do. If you go and buy a house in your tract, in your neighborhood, and you say, I'll pay $1 million for that house, and the bank will come and say, Well, and you've had lots of low appraisals over the years.
I have.
The bank will come and say, well, the house is only worth $750,000. Well, the bottom line is you got a choice. Either you pay another $250,000
Cash
over the top, which virtually nobody does, or the seller agrees to sell it for what the bank believes it's worth. And that doesn't happen in land. So that can be a little bit scary, and you have to have somebody that really represents your interest, and that's one of the things we do. We work as just general real estate agents.
But just to go over the three things again, it's buying the path of development.
Absolutely.
Land is truly a commodity.
At its core.
And land is financed, generally by the sellers and not by the banks at all.
Correct. So look for these little land talks.
Because there really is so much more to know about land.
Oh yeah, we're going to get into the endangered species and mitigation land and all kinds of different things that would make help you make a decision to buy property in a particular location or to sell that property you have in a particular location. There's a lot to know about this, and over the 35 or 7 years, I can't even remember how long now, that I've been doing this, I mean, there's just a whole bunch, a wealth of information I'd love to give to you, and we're going to put a lot of it on these talks.
So thank you for being with us.
Yeah.